Hello everyone, it's Mara and it's Sharing Wellness Promoting Health Wednesday. I'm coming in a little earlier today because something came up this evening I have to attend. So this week we're going to talk about healing with water-soluble vitamins. A lot of vitamin deficiency can create disease. And a lot of the water-soluble vitamins were lost when we started refining foods like white flour, rice, refined sugar, when we started canning foods, when we started... And what they found after they did this is that many important nutrients, which were later called vitamins and now known as water-soluble vitamins, were removed during the processing of this food. And that would be mostly your B vitamins and your C. So to combat this, you'll notice as we've been shopping our whole life, it says fortified or enriched. So they started adding these vitamins back into the food. And doing this kind of ended the overt diseases like scurvy from vitamin C or beriberi from vitamin B1 deficiency. However, enriching or fortifying the foods really doesn't make up for all the B's and C's that you need. So vitamin C and the B complex, the water-soluble vitamins, are generally not stored in large amounts in our body. They must be consumed regularly as part of the food we eat and are easily lost through processing of that food. They're critical for our energy production, synthesis of neurotransmitters, and other metabolic processes in the body. Over time, even some of these moderate deficiencies can lead to fatigue, weight gain, hormonal problems such as thyroid disorders, PMS, adrenal fatigue, nervousness, mood disorders such as anxiety and depression, and even mental illness. So vitamin C has lots of really healthy, good properties. It's anti-allergenic, it's an antihistamine, it's anti-abortive, anti-scorbutic, antiseptic. It protects our liver. It helps stabilize mast cells in the body, and it tones our vascular, helps tone the vascular system. Vitamin C is crucial to immunity. It's found abundantly in white blood cells. It's essential for proper immune function. And it aids the system in viral infections, along with zinc and D3 for colds and flus, Lyme disease, viral pneumonia, and the current pandemic. So it helps prevent cancer and has also been used in natural protocols for treating cancer. And it helps inhibit inflammatory processes in acute and chronic infections throughout the body. It also helps strengthen us in our structural system. It helps to form collagen. It aids in the healing of injuries, wounds, broken bones. It helps you recover from surgery. It prevents and speeds the healing of sunburn. It's necessary for bone production. It helps heal gum disease with CoQ10, and it can help prevent wrinkles. So vitamin C is also really important for our circulation. It's necessary for iron absorption, which helps anemia along with B9 and B12. It helps tone our blood vessels with its bioflavonoids for varicose veins, spider veins, people that get lots of nosebleeds and easy bruising. Remember, it's the vitamin C with bioflavonoids. And it can protect our arterial linings. There's a lot of other uses for vitamin C. Smokers need extra vitamin C because it's especially helpful when smokers are trying to quit to help repair everything. People with some neurological disorders have benefited from it. People with eye problems like diabetic retinopathy, macular degeneration, people with adrenal fatigue or Addison's disease. If you take it with magnesium, it may help you sleep better. A lot of people with autoimmune diseases, vitamin C is helpful, like lupus. It's really good for stress management with the B complex. It helps your body fight certain types of poisoning from like mercury and infectious insect bites. The B complex vitamins generally work best when taken together. And I always like when people take they say they want to take B6 or B5 or whatever. I do that too, but I like to take them with a B complex and then add a B5 or a B6 because they generally work best together. Synergy is really important for the Bs. And Bs are really important for helping to form red blood cells, for our energy production in our cells, for our metabolism, for our nervous system to function, for reducing blood levels of homocysteine, for stress, pregnancy, and prevention of cardiovascular disease. So we're going to review the B vitamins individually so you can see the benefits of each individual vitamin. But just remember to take them as a complex. If you want additional for certain things, add that to your complex. So vitamin B1, thiamine, is used to make ATP, the energy powerhouse of the cell. It's involved in the production of acetylcholine, which helps our muscle movement and memory. It's necessary for our myelin sheaths to stay healthy. It's actually depleted by the body when we consume a lot of carbohydrates. And severe deficiencies in B1 cause beriberi, which results in peripheral nerve damage, depression, and paralysis. So teens and thiamine. Stephen Horn shared that teens are prone to thiamine deficiencies if they eat a lot of sweets and junk food. And teens that are low in thiamine can become aggressive and irritable. They may also experience headaches, stomach aches, and sleeping problems. And if teens aren't eating healthy, at least get them to supplement with a B complex. Maybe add some extra thiamine and extra B1. Brain and nervous system. Oop, I kind of got stuck here. So it's also helping for our brain and nervous system. It's helped improved mental capacity, memory, concentration. If you have low levels, you may have nervous or mood disorders. Adults that tend to be low in thiamine become uncooperative and even suicidal. People with mental illness may be deficient in thiamine, and thiamine deficiency can result in problems with balance, staggered walking, loss of coordination, and muscle control. Other indications, maybe you're low in B1, is peripheral neuropathy, prickly sensation, pins and needles, or burning sensation in the hands and feet, heart weakness or palpitations, intestinal pain, MS, some like myasthenia gravis, tremors, edema, leg pain, and swelling. Vitamin B2 is involved in creating energy in our cells. It's also very critical for healthy skin. And deficiencies of riboflavin are not as common as deficiencies of thiamine. So if you get a lot of cracked lips or roughness at the sides of your mouth, or your tongue gets inflamed, or you get a sore throat or puffy eyelids or super dry skin, numb legs, bright lights really bother you, and you have iron deficient anemia, maybe you're also low in B2. So there are therapeutic uses for B2, like people with anemia and elevated homocysteine levels, migraines, cataracts, and carpal tunnel have found it beneficial to take B2. And riboflavin may also help in clearing up skin conditions like acne, dermatitis, eczema, that kind of thing. Vitamin B3 is niacin, and niacin was actually discovered as a cure for a disease called pellagra. And people who lived on a diet mainly of corn were developing pellagra or pellagra, I'm not sure how you say it. This disease progresses from dermatitis and diarrhea to dementia and death. And while pellagra is not widespread, there are health issues where supplementation with extra niacin may be beneficial. There's also a niacinamide, and it's a form of niacin that doesn't cause flushing, because the regular niacin can tend to cause flushing. So if you take too much niacinamide, however, it can cause nausea, heartburn, vomiting, and diarrhea. And you want to avoid high amounts if you have gout or ulcers or liver disease or diabetes. Niacin also helps improve circulation, as evidenced by the red flushing of the skin from capillaries dilating when a big dose is taken. It also helps lower cholesterol, is even used in medicine for its cholesterol-lowering effects, for circulatory issues or high cholesterol, and that's how niacin is beneficial for mental health. It can help severe deficiencies of like dementia. Researchers have actually investigated using it for mental problems. Psychiatric journals from the 40s showed many people with schizophrenia using food fortified with niacin and finding it helpful. So again, you know, you may want to do a B vitamin and add an individual. So vitamin B5, pantothenic acid, is essential for the production of coenzyme QA, an enzyme responsible for cellular energy production and liver detoxification. It also plays a role in the formation of antibodies for immune function and the production of adrenal hormones. And I really like it to help support people with a lot of adrenal weakness or fatigue, who are under a lot of stress, who may have arthritis or Parkinson's or chronic fatigue. Vitamin B6 pyridoxine activates at least 50 enzymes throughout the body. So it's involved in many processes of our body. And the most metabolically active form of this is pyridoxal 5-phosphate. It's also really good for mental and emotional stress, for anxiety disorders, including OCD. It helps in the production of serotonin, so low levels could be involved in feeling sad. It may also be helpful with children and seizures, and some cases of mental illness. Many women have also found that supplementing with B6 and magnesium helps to alleviate various forms of PMS. Helps with breast swelling and tenderness, menstrual cramps and anemia. It may also help with morning sickness. They say that birth control pills may deplete that. So other indications for B6 may be carpal tunnel, elevated homocysteine, overmethylation. B9, folate or folic acid. There's two basic forms. Folate is a natural occurring that's found in food, and folic acid is a synthetic compound used in dietary supplements. B9 is readily available in green leafy vegetables and organ meats, particularly liver. However, it's easily lost in foods by overheating, so even storing food at room temperature can cause a loss of it. It's been found really important nutrient for pregnant women. If pregnant women's diet's lacking in B9, it slows the baby's growth, and a severe deficiency can even lead to birth defects such as a cleft palate. So that's why we encourage so many pregnant women to take folate. Folate may improve age-related cognitive decline, and a deficiency is thought to be involved with many psychiatric disorders. Then we have vitamin B12, cobalamin. It's essential for the normal formation of red blood cells, our metabolism, our DNA synthesis, and the production of neurotransmitters. And it's not found in plant foods, so vegetarians and vegans tend to be more prone to a B12 deficiency. A healthy gut flora does provide some B12 even in vegan diets, but intestinal dysbiosis and gut inflammation can lead to a deficiency, and medications that suppress stomach acid can also cause deficiency. So you can get your B12 levels checked to see if you're deficient. So that can help you determine if you need it. So a lot of people with B12 have memory loss, fatigue when they get up, tingling or numbness in their fingers or toes, cardiovascular disease, anemia, depression, migraines, infertility, cancer, or autoimmune disease. Vegans or low-protein diets should be aware, and people with low hydrochloric acid. So B-complex with C is really good for people that are under a lot of stress, are really fatigued, or have some mood issues like anxiety or feeling sad, or maybe some neurological issues of pins and needles and tingling. You may benefit from those. So remember, the information I'm sharing is not meant to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. It's just to help you understand the importance of vitamins and a healthy diet as we move forward. So thanks for joining me, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.